Hello, everyone. It's been a few days since I've played GeoGuessr. I've been away visiting family for the holiday week, so I haven't had too much time to play. I finally was able to get some time now, and I'm going to get into some duels. So, if you remember from my last video, I was promoted into the Master 2 division. I immediately lost the first three games of my time in the division, and I'm currently about to be demoted back into the Gold 1. Really hope that doesn't happen. So I am going to play a few games here, see if I can get a victory, and stay in the Master 2 division. So let's get into it. Okay, got a good looking player here. Hello. 3-game win streak. Okay, I would think this is like Poland. Maybe not. Immediately I thought Poland because of that one entry sign. This town name right here. But then I see this pole over here, and I do see that the holes go all the way to the bottom. I think that would put us more in... maybe Hungary or... Oop, it does look very flat, agricultural. Yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm going to go ahead and place the pin here. He also goes Hungary. And it was Hungary that time, so a little bit of damage. Okay, well, I see this, and it kind of reminds me of maybe... Okay, this is going to be Korea. I think with this character right here, should be somewhere in South Korea. I think the other player found that. Very mountainy. I'm going to go over this way. Other player also does the same. It was much further south. A little bit of damage there. Climate looks kind of Mediterranean. Um, the car is kind of black. I'm going to go in the north of Italy here. Other player goes in Greece. Much better guess. Doing a ton of damage there. Okay, interesting coverage. I think this puts me in Senegal. If I can find it on the map, here it is. I'm going to go this way. Other player goes in India, and it was Senegal that time. I thought that would have been the multiplier to kick the player out of the game. It was not, though, but I am in the driver's seat again with that blunder from the other player. Here we go in Japan. Absolutely terrible at region guessing Japan. I think it's Japan. It should be. Yeah, I mean, I see that. Yeah. Just going to go towards Tokyo here. Other player goes further north. It was almost spot on. Does a ton of damage to me. Hmm. Not too sure on this one. Thinking maybe a little bit further north, Scandinavia. I would certainly hope. Estonia, maybe. Finland, Lithuania. South of Finland here. Other player goes in Denmark, and it was Estonia. Okay, so I had the right idea. I think that's going to do enough to knock the player out of the game. Okay, so pretty good guess there. Was able to finally get a victory in this Master 2 division. Feeling really good about that. The losing streak is over. I am, however, still going to be demoted. I mean, I really haven't played too many games. I think that should have been the fourth game. Yeah, so I'm played 4 games. I won one. I'm going to get into another couple of games here in a second. Okay, and I am back. I am going to get into the second game of the day here, coming on that 1 game win streak. First victory in the Master 2 division. Got another good looking player. Again, hello. I got to turn that feature back on. This is probably, I mean, Norway or Sweden, based on the style of houses here. I suppose it could be anywhere in either of these places. I'm going to go Norway. I feel like the red house is more characteristic in that country, but we'll see. The other player goes in Finland, and it was Sweden. They were slightly closer there, so going to do some damage to start this game. Okay, very flat. I do see this Ford F-150 and a stop sign. I can't read any of that. It does look like it's English, so it's a U.S. or Canada toss-up. I'm going to go in Canada on this one up this way. I mean, it could be the U.S., but it kind of feels much more northern. So place the pin here and see what the other player does. Other player goes in Ontario, and I had the right area of the country there, so it's going to do a ton of damage. Okay, again, it appears to be a U.S.-Canada toss-up off the bat. Sun is definitely in the cell. Oh, Kentucky Cemetery. Okay, well, that's going to tell me exactly where I am. I know where Kentucky is. Now, I can't really region guess it. I'm going to go over here. It looks like it's a little bit hillier in the eastern part of the state here. So I'm just, well, it's more central, but it is eastern, kind of along these the mountains here. So other player also goes Kentucky. They found it right away, and interestingly enough, it was Arkansas somehow. Cool. Okay, well, doing a little bit of damage there to me. Okay, we got these black and white bollards. Looks like we are driving on the right. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're driving on the left. Puts me in Sri Lanka. I don't think this one is... I mean, it could be Malaysia as well. I think that pole top in that language. I'm going to go with Sri Lanka here. Other player goes in India. Oh, wow, it was India that time. It was Rajasthan. Did not know that. I have to keep that in mind. Usually the black and white poles, I would go Sri Lanka on that. I see these bollards here. Kind of reminds me of like a Danish bollard. I mean, these license plates are throwing me off a bit. I am going to go ahead and place the pin in Denmark. I'm not sure on the license plate. Other player goes in the Netherlands, and it was Denmark. Okay, so I was able to identify the baller there with the multiplier doing a good chunk of damage. Okay, looks like I see some Spanish. I got a white car. The sun appears to be north-northwest. With the white car, I'm thinking it's got to be Peru or Bolivia. I'm going to place the pin in the middle of Peru here. I feel like it is going to be a toss-up. Other player goes in Bolivia, and it was Bolivia. That's going to knock me out of the game. Very good guess there. Don't think I played too bad. I'm still losing games, though. I'm going to go ahead and play another game here. Okay, got another good player. It's in the south. A little bit mountainy. Can't tell. I'm going to go on Slovakia here. I think it's in the right area. They go Romania, and it was Bulgaria. It's doing some damage there. Oops. Okay, I think this is going to be Hawaii with that language. Guess I'll just go right in the middle. I mean, I can't tell if this is like Honolulu or one of the other ones. I'm just going to go ahead and place the pin right on this middle island here. Other player goes in center mass United States, and it was Honolulu. Doing a ton of damage. Okay, way up here in the mountains. You see a yellow license plate. Okay, so this should put me in Colombia. I don't know. I mean, it's tough to guess it. I'm not going to think too much about it. I'm just going to place the pin. Other player goes in Bolivia that time, and it was Colombia. That's enough damage to knock that player out of the game. So very, very quick game against that player. Fortunately enough for me, I mean, it's going to chalk up the second victory in the Master 2 division. Not enough to get into the 26th spot to avoid demotion so far. No problem, though. It looks like I just need one more victory to get in there. I'm going to go and play another game here. So far, I've won 2 games out of this session. Okay, really good player. Much higher rated than me. This is going to be a tough one. I would think that I'm in Canada. I'm having success going like Saskatchewan area. Yeah, the sun is definitely in the south. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and place the pin. Other player goes in the same region, much closer than me. Okay, see that pole? I think it puts me in Poland, and it probably does. I think it'd take a while to figure out exactly where I am. I mean, I do see some town names here, but I guess I'll just go somewhere in between Warsaw and Łódź. Other player goes in Hungary, and it was much further north. Okay, so pretty good. Doing a bunch of damage there. Can't read. It's very blurry. See a bunch of English too. I think this might be the Philippines. Just gonna go somewhere in the middle. It does seem like it's mostly in English. Okay, the other player also goes in the Philippines, and it was on the southern island there, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of damage here. See this pole? I think this is probably Peru. Yeah, and these political signs. Is that Peru or is that Bolivia? I think that's a Peruvian flag. Okay, so this should be someplace in Peru. It does look a little bit more mountainy. I'm going to go in the Cusco area here. Other player goes in Peru as well, and I had it almost spot on with the guess there. So no multiplier, but it's doing a good amount of damage. Playing well against a good opponent. Okay, very thick concrete pole. Sun is in the north. Okay, so I think this is probably going to be Australia or New Zealand. I think that bollard, I can't tell if that's wrapping around. That's 6 seconds here. I'm just going to go in Australia. Other player goes New Zealand. Yeah, I had a feeling it could have been New Zealand. Doing a ton of damage. Yellow license plate, Spanish. I think this ought to be Colombia. It's going to go kind of in the middle. Other player also goes in Colombia, and it was much further south. A little bit of damage. I can't tell on this one. I mean, the sun is probably in the south. I think I'm in Europe. I mean, this probably leads me where? I suppose it could be Spain. Kind of more of a drier, more arid landscape. Could be maybe Turkey. Can't read that. I'm just not getting any hints. I mean, it could be. I don't like Spain on this one. I'm just not seeing anything that's going to help me make a better decision. I don't, uh, I don't think it's going to be Spain. Like I see too many of these like wood poles. I mean, I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna move it more in this area of the world. Other player goes in Portugal. Okay, good thing I did that. It was in Bulgaria. That's enough. That's enough points to knock this player out of the game. So they were much more higher rated than me. Coming away with the victory on that one, I think again, I played pretty well. I wish I had that New Zealand guess back. I think I would have made a different decision the second time around. But I mean, I'm able to finish this video on a 2-game win streak. I'm not in contention to be demoted anymore. Rating is getting back up into closer to the 800 range, and I was able to walk away with today with 3 victories. So I'm feeling pretty good with that one. Again, I apologize for taking a little while to get a video, but I have been busy in the personal life. I was able to practice still, and I finally got time to make a video. So I sat down, I played a few games, played 4 games, and I won 3 of them. Can't complain too much about that. I'm going to shut it down now, and I will be back later with more duels.